Okay, here's a little look at what I've been doing the last few days. Here in the corner, it's hard to see, is a plum tree. And I have it set so that most of the growth is on this side of the fence. You can just kind of see right there. Here's a tree. These two grasses were here. There was a third one where that plum tree is. I dug that up, put in this plum tree, and oh my God, was that root ball heavy as hell. And I moved it over there between plum tree 1 and you can just kind of see the trunk of it. My little pear tree that volunteered back there. So I have a stump there and a stump just this side of that ornamental grass that I'm too wimpy to get cut down enough with the reciprocating saw. So anyway, that daylily was there, and most of this stuff in this bed was already here. I took some things out and extended this path. The girls were cutting through there all the time anyway. So the main garden path is going to come along, go out to the grass over there, and come around this little bed and through here to the shed. And from the shed, this is the main path going back out. So I took a big clump of daylilies out of the base of that tree there and moved them, and went by the back garden area and dug up these lovely hostas here and moved those. I divided off a big plant, and right there you can see the little pom-poms, and the other side of the peony there I have another set of allium bulbs that I dug up that were over in the pathway. So we have a new pathway through here. The irises have been here. These lilies have been here, and amazingly they have buds and the deer haven't eaten them off yet. And this little lovely here is a volunteer clematis, and last year I think it had one bud, and this year it's got some really nice blooms. That's working its way around the little fence there. So you can just barely see the little pom-poms, but there's the other alliums I put in there. That daylily was there. That peony there got moved from over there. Little lullers. So, going around the base of this tree, my little ornamental grass over there came back up. More daylilies. I like to ring gardens with daylilies, so here we go. This is a volunteer lamb's ear that I decided to keep. It's got lovely foliage. The flowers bloom pink, purple, and they smell like bubble gum, and the bees love it. I did have a whole string of that all the way down this bed here to the left of the path many moons ago in the early years. But they have a tendency for the flower stalks to droop over and flop over and make a big mess, and then by the time you cut them back when the bees have pollinated all of them, it's just a mess. So I'm going to try to keep this one small. So anyway, that daylily needs to be moved, and I have a couple another daylily just past Sunny there by the garden bed. So I have 1, 2, 3 altheas on this side of the raised bed that are coming out, and that's where the second raised bed will come in for green beans and peas, and I think I have a bug in my mouth. Oh, thank God it wasn't. Anyway, second bed for little veggies and radishes and whatever I might feel like planting, and that bed will come down to where this old garden trowel is stuck in the mess. So my project this year is taking down these 3 Altheas. I have 2 daylilies to move. I don't know what color they are, and I have 1, 2, at least 2 more clumps of alliums to come out, and weeds. I'll dig a bunch of that stuff out, and then I'll lay down cardboard like I did for the other bed. Put the bed down, put grass on top of it to smother out everything, and then start layering it. So I thought I might better give you a little view of the garden before all the irises peter out, because man, they're looking great right now. Here's a chocolate eupatorium, Joe Pye weed. It's got a purplish cast to it. The flowers are just insignificant little fuzzy things that I don't really care for, and I generally snip those off so they don't seed all over the place. But I do love the color of that plant. Put that grass in there last year. Here's one of the peonies I moved. They're lovely, but they're, you know, not liking to move too well. Here's a bee balm I put in here yesterday. This is a white peony that does not have its cage around it, so it's flopping all over the place. I absolutely love it. It's got a pale yellow center. And this is one of my absolute favorite irises right here. This one, this big, huge purple bearded iris. It's spicy smelling. Got a lot of black brain fade there. Black-eyed Susan's coming in across here for the winter, the fall. And got these lovely purple ones here. I forget what they're called. They're kind of lavenderish. Probably lost the stick on for them, the tag, a long time ago. But they are very pretty. Another bee balm. Here's some lilies that are getting ready to bloom. They are absolutely glorious, but the deer always eat them down. Here's some more lilies here. Look how my bed's taken off. In the back corner there, I got pumpkins. I got sunflowers all the way across the back coming up. I got a couple stray pumpkins that I dropped seeds for. I got different kinds of pumpkins. I have 2 different kinds on each side. And I have Jack B. Littles across the front and 2 different sides over there. And I threw in a few gourd seeds too to see what would happen. So here's my potatoes. Of course, you saw my first harvest out of my first bucket. I was just from 2 leftover redskins that were sprouting in the cabinet. So I thought, what the hell? In March, I threw them in a bucket and threw some water, some soil on it, and watered it, and kind of kept them in the laundry room to be warm. And I'm getting flowers on my tomatoes. Got a big boy beefsteak. I've got a Cherokee purple heirloom, and 2 of the patio tomatoes, you know, the nice little salad tomatoes. They're bigger than cherries, but... And I put in 2 real nice orange zinnias. And my orange marigolds are taking off. So, I love marigolds. Anyway, moving on. And this Althea will be coming out too. These other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them down the way, I will decide whether to keep or not next year. At the very least, they need to be cut down about at least 5 feet to where they're about 6 foot tall or something, because they're so tall. All the flowers are way at the top, and then the branches bend way over from the bulbs. And all the peonies along this row up to the gate will be staying. I'm sincerely hoping to also get a white privacy fence across this, because 2 neighbors in a row don't keep their yards up, and the third one, his backyard looks like a storage lot. So look at this lovely. I ordered some irises out of Colorado a few years ago. Some of them didn't make it. I planted them around and then kind of forgot about them. And I think this one got, get out. I think this one got one bloom last year, and it's got 3 this year on one stalk, so it is very beautiful. So anyway, more peonies, butterfly bush, that one's white. More of this and that, more peonies. Move, get out. Down here is the new clematis. Sorry, I'm tired, so I'm having trouble pulling my words out. The clematis I planted this year, and there's 2 others around the front side, and one of them, looky there, has got a nice bud. And this iris here, look at the sunflower. They just stomp right through the gardens. No respect for Mom's gardens. And Lily's eating something. This big clump of iris here isn't going to be a very good video, but you'll have to forgive me. This one is called Victoria Falls. It's very beautiful. I just absolutely love it. I've got 2 big clumps of it here. My clustered bellflowers are blooming, along with what people tell me is wood sorrel. It's clover looking, and it's very invasive. I had more clumps of the clustered bellflower, but a couple of years ago hey, you knocked me over. I accidentally pulled them out early thinking it was a wad of weeds. But I got a fairly nice bunch here that I could divide into probably 3. There's the, right here, you can't much see it because it's just budding. This is a pink garden fox, tall one. Anyway, I just wanted to get a little video up of the irises before they went kaput, because they're looking pretty darn nice, that and the peonies. So, hey, that's enough! Get out of there! Stupid ass dogs! Excuse my French. Alright. The irritating dogs out back are out and about, so this is it, unless you want to hear more cussing. Alright, love you all. Bye-bye.